Hey bitches, welcome back to the Viewer's Voice. I am your host, Nick Snyder. I am extremely elevated right now, so it is the perfect time to sit down and talk some shit. And I'm really into what I'm gonna be talking about, y'all, because I sat down and I made notes of everything that I am going to be discussing. Sadly, though, I do have to start this video off with a bit of tragic news because Jaclyn Hill has finally decided that she was gonna delete her Twitter. I don't know how many times Jaclyn Hill has said that she was leaving Twitter over like the past year, but it's been several. There have been several times that she has said it for sure. I actually think that she just got back from a mental health break from Twitter as well. It's like, girl, just stay off. If it's causing you that much turmoil in your life, which I don't believe for a second. I honestly do believe that when Jaclyn Hill said that she doesn't feel a sense of community on Twitter, it's because she can't really control what people are saying about her and she cannot delete like she could on Instagram or even in YouTube comments. But Jaclyn did end up deactivating her Twitter. She put out her Instagram story by Twitter showing that her account was deactivated, and then she decided that she was going to fill everyone in as to why she decided that she was actually going to step away from Twitter, and she said the following: "I've entered an era where my mental health is more important to me than anything. More important than views, my reputation, money, social media, fame, everything. A lot is about to change. For those of you asking why, I deleted my Twitter because it is toxic. I don't know why people are so cruel on that platform specifically." Now, one thing that I can agree with Jaclyn on in this situation is that Twitter is, in my opinion, the most toxic social media platform. She continued with, "It's one thing to question someone's character or not like their content, but every day I see, you're fat, you're a liar, I can't wait to watch you go broke, your husband married you for money, nobody cares about you, you're a piece of shit, etc." Now, I just have to stop right there because that is not a nice thing to say. I can't wait to watch you go broke. That is where I draw the line. How dare you? She said, "Enough is enough. Thank you for being so great over here, Instagram family. I love you guys." Now, last time I checked over on Jaclyn Hill's Instagram and like Jaclyn Roxanne and all of her businesses, there were a ton of negative comments. So I don't know if she has finally hired someone to actually take care of that. In my opinion, I thought the reason that Jaclyn was leaving up negative comments about herself for so long, especially through all the cozy and jewelry drama, Jaclyn has hinted before that she wants to do like a docu-series and talk about how the internet hates her and how she's like the most hated beauty influencer. I thought that she was leaving it up so she could be like, "See, I receive so much hate day in and day out." And while we were on the topic of Jaclyn Roxanne, Michaela has everyone thinking that she has finally apologized to Jaclyn Hill, because remember back in the day, you remember when Michaela was exposed for leaving nasty comments on Jaclyn Hill's post, like, "Oh, it must be nice to just be rich and have to sit around and record YouTube videos all the time." I think Michaela even went as far to make fun of Jordan's man bun. I mean, rightfully so. A man bun. So as we all know, Michaela is getting married on July 1st. So her wedding date is approaching very quickly. So all of her content is geared towards her wedding. She's been looking for the perfect foundation, the perfect fragrance, just looking for the perfect everything. In my opinion, I honestly think that Michaela was doing the search because she wanted to she wanted to receive a ton of free product, because she got a shit ton of free stuff. Like, she gets a lot of free stuff to begin with. But when Michaela goes online, kind of like the Kim Kardashian thing, remember when we were saying that Kim Kardashian did that interview for Hulu and she was saying that if she's bored, she'll just be like laying in bed and she'll be like, "I love Oreos." And then the next day, packets upon packets upon packets of Oreos will show up and it'll have like Kim Kardashian's face on it. I think that's kind of what Michaela did with some of the stuff for her wedding. I am not knocking it at all, girl. Get the best shit for your wedding. And if you can save some money because some people want to send you a product, girl, get your life, but don't lie about it. Because you know Michaela likes to come online allegedly and lie about some things. So the reason that Michaela is getting talked about for this TikTok is because she was getting ready for her bachelorette party, and 3 pieces of jewelry that she had on were none other than Jaclyn Roxanne. Maybe y'all can correct me down in the comments if I'm wrong, but are those not the ugliest earrings that you have ever seen in your life? Do these earrings not give off what your grandma would have worn to church on Sunday and on Wednesday because she had to go to both fucking services? This is actually good news for Jaclyn, though. I did see over on Michaela's story that she received these NPR. Jaclyn sent her a bunch of her blushes as well. She also sent her a Stanley Cup. Something that I can say about how Michaela had these in her Instagram story is, for those prices, maybe Michaela took them out of the box, but there's no box. There's no box there that those came in, just a little dust bag. For those prices, not even trying to be shady right now, I was just going over to Jaclyn Roxanne to see what the prices of these items were. I don't know if those earrings that Michaela had on are Jaclyn Roxanne. Maybe there's something that Jaclyn hasn't come out with yet, because they are so similar to the ones that Jeffree Star always wears, you know, when he wears one earring and then is like, "Oh, since so many people are asking, I used to always wear one earring." No, you only wear one earring because that's the only way anybody would ask you about those gaudy ass things. But she's having a huge sale, like up to 71% off. Like, let's just look at some of these prices real quick. The Everyday Mini is down from $50 to $14.29. The Crescent Moon Mini, $65 originally, $39 now. $60 for the Everyday Hoop, but now they want $29. Isn't this trifecta chain necklace from one of the newer collections? collections. It was originally $75, now it's $45. It just goes on. There's so much on sale. Damn, I wonder why. Well, I mean, I don't wonder that much why. I mean, quality. So on top of all of that, this is really making like a lot more sense to me now, because I've always said that the Jacqueline Roxanne campaign photos are some of the cheapest imagery that I have ever seen a brand use to promote their products, especially when Jaclyn Hill wants to lie to everyone and say that she runs luxury brands. And I know that we have joked around and talked about how shitty it looked when Jaclyn Hill hung an earring from that rubber tree plant in her backyard. I didn't even put it around leaves that were pretty. She put it around the leaves that had the dents, the dings, and everything. Well, Jacqueline Roxanne released some new promotional images, and people are dissecting the hell out of this over on Reddit. So the first thing I noticed upon looking at this photo is that this woman has not had a fill on her nail in God knows how long. That is an extremely long cuticle, and they look a little dry. Now, I'm not trying to rag on whoever this is in this photo. However, this just confirms to me that Jaclyn Hill does not really care. She just wants to get an image up so people see the product, so hopefully they will come to her website and buy it. If this is some actual photo that Jaclyn Hill actually paid to have done, and it's not just some like stock photo that she decided to throw up on her page because she picked it out of the catalog, that this confirms to me that Jaclyn Hill honestly would be a lazy CEO. The fact that Jaclyn and Jacqueline Roxanne cannot spring to get the models like a manicure before the shoot. Like back in the day when I modeled, they would give me a manicure on every set, even if you were not going to see my hands. Why can Jaclyn Hill, someone who is selling jewelry, not even just jewelry, rings, so when you put a ring on, the focus is on the finger, why can she not spring for these models to get a manicure? If you don't want to hire someone to come to the set to do the model's nails, Jaclyn, they can go and get a manicure. You give them the guidelines of what you want for your shoot. They can go get the manicure and you can just reimburse them for it. It's really not that hard. I honestly just don't understand it. And then people zoomed in on the model's teeth, and if you actually look, y'all, if you look, she had a sandwich before she went on that set, because there is something stuck up in her teeth. It is white. It is in there. People are saying it's food. People are saying that she should have brushed her teeth before she went on the set. So here's my question to Jaclyn. Who exactly is in charge of the creative at Jacqueline Roxanne? Just all of your companies in general, because the fact that they're letting so much slide and your delusional ass is trying to sell that these products are luxury, the fact that so much is slipping and that nails look disgusting, the fact that somebody has food stuck in their teeth. And if the answer to that question is Jaclyn Hill, then she honestly needs to outsource, because this is not good. But that is not the only drama that Jaclyn Hill is involved in right now, because the other day she uploaded a video titled "I'm Falling in Love Again, Massive Makeup Haul." Now that was 9 days after she uploaded her previous video, which was the Get Wetty With Me, which was the GWRM. It took her 9 days to log in and change that title and spell it correctly. She actually took GWRM out completely and she titled it "Get Ready With Me, Chatting and Trying New Products." Now see, I think if that would have been the original title and she wasn't trying to pass it off like it was going to be like a Sephora haul, she bought $2,000 worth of makeup from Sephora, and then 95% of the video was literally her using Jaclyn Cosmetics, I don't think people would have had an issue with that, because she was trying new products. She tried like 2. One of them came from Amazon, not even Sephora, where she held up that box from. But the reason that Jaclyn's video has people talking right now is because some people caught it that she uploaded it and then she took it down after it was up for a very short amount of time, and then it was re-uploaded. But somebody was able to catch a clip of Jaclyn's video. I'm assuming they were just like watching it, and that's when she took the video down. But here's the clip that Jaclyn allegedly deleted out of her video.
Let's see, are we straight? We're straight. We're straight. We're gonna have a little caffeinated bubbly, okay? Also, say that I'm straight through Pride Month. Totally homophobic of me.
As a raging homosexual myself, I do not take any offense to what Jaclyn Hill said in her video. I definitely do not think that it is something that Jaclyn should have gone back and actually deleted it. And I can only imagine that she was receiving a ton of comments about it to actually go back and edit it out, because once a video is on YouTube, if you're just editing from that, that is so difficult. So if she took the video down and then just went into like Final Cut, had someone edit it out and then put it back up, that's still a lot of work. Jaclyn Hill for 9 days could not change a title of a video, like literally just switch 2 letters around. In my opinion, there is so much to call Jaclyn Hill out for on social media, but this is literally looking for tits on an ant. So moving on from that, there's a little bit of makeup drama going on right now, because a user by the name of Slay by Jess over on TikTok, she has about 814,000 followers on that platform. The reason that she is in drama right now is because she uploaded a TikTok. She was claiming that the reason that people have so many mishaps with their eyebrows is because they do not have a guide. And she used the green screen feature over on TikTok. So she put up a picture behind her of a girl that had really far apart eyebrows. And in my opinion, this is why TikTok is so great, because I don't know if you guys have ever seen like a situation go down on a TikTok and you've thought to yourself, like, I wonder what the point of view would be from the other person's angle. And then you'll just be scrolling and the algorithm brings you back and you see that person's reaction. Well, that is exactly what happened in this situation, because the girl with the far apart eyebrows was sent the video clip by her sister. I can just imagine, because in her response, she says that she's actually familiar with Jazz. And of course, she's used Benefit products in the past and she was a fan of them. So I can just imagine, like, you're sitting there like, okay, look, a new makeup video. And then your face, like, you are the butt of that joke. Like, you are the reason that content is being made.
If you could just try to imagine the shock and confusion I just went through, if only for a moment. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm like breaking out into hives because of how like stressed and like freaked out I am. Like, I literally feel like I'm in an episode of Black Mirror right now. My sister's on her way home and she sends me a video from Benefit Cosmetics that pops up on her For You page. And I'm like, all right, I'm really not interested in anything makeup related right now. Like, I'm pretty good. But she sent it to me. I don't want to ignore it. So I open it up. And when I open up the video, right?
I can't do my eyebrows for the life of me. I think I know why some people struggle so much with their brows. It's because you don't have a guide. And that's when you get people that have brows like this that are way too far apart.
Why the are they using an old photo of me? And where the did they get this old photo of me? This is an old photo of me from 2019. And if my like moving face in a video and me saying it, like if my word wasn't enough for you to believe that this is an old picture of me, this is a picture from my old Instagram account taken on the same exact day. It's the same exact outfit and it's just a different pose. And it was in my mother's bathroom in 2019. I literally would just love to know where these people got this old picture of me, because that's really creepy. Like, I don't have Facebook or anything like that. I hardly post on Instagram. That picture is not even on my old Instagram. Like, the only one that's on my old Instagram from that day is the one that I just showed you on a green screen. So did I give you permission to use my picture? Like, where, like what? I'm just so confused. And like, yeah, my eyebrows are far apart because I used to pick at my skin and pull my hair out. Yeah, when you get people like that, because their eyebrows are too far apart, you know, people like that. Like, are you serious? I'm literally shaking. Like, what? Like, am I literally being punked right now? Is Ashton Kutcher about to walk through this door right now and tell me I'm being punked? I'm just so confused. Run my money up. You better have some bread for me, because why are you using that picture without my permission? I'm so confused. You don't know who the I am? That's so weird. That's very weird. You don't think so? Like, where did you get that picture?
So I do not want to keep calling her the girl with the really far apart eyebrows, because she is actually taking like a lot of offense to this. Like, she is very upset, and she said this actually makes her feel very small, because she went over to the Benefit Cosmetics page and she was scrolling through the comments, which is something that you should just never do if you're the butt of a joke. Definitely do not go and scroll through the comments. But mixed in with the comments of people dragging her for her eyebrows being so far apart, there were people that were actually agreeing with her and calling out the fact, like, why did you have to put this girl down in order to try to sell your product? Like, it really wasn't necessary.
So unfortunately, the more I thought about it, the more I was getting upset, and I was like, oh, well, Benefit has an Instagram, right? Surely they wouldn't have double posted it. No, they did. They actually posted it on Instagram first. This was posted in April, probably towards the end of April, whereas the TikTok was posted a day before my birthday. So it was June 3rd, if I remember correctly. And the influencer that made the TikTok also, it was the same exact video on their Instagram, promoted for their 9.9 million followers. So potentially 9.9 million people saw this old photo of me and watched me get embarrassed by a $1.5 billion company. For what reason, I have absolutely no idea, because it's not promoting their product. They're literally just talking shit about how I have a space between my eyebrows and that my eyebrows aren't close enough together. I'm really failing to understand how that would help them gain sales for an eyebrow pencil. Like, they literally did not need to drag down a random person. But I'm really happy that other people posted really positive comments on here. Here are a couple of them. I actually was feeling really, really bad, and I was gaslighting myself into thinking that it really wasn't that big of a deal, and I was being a baby about the whole thing, and I actually was going to delete the original video I made, but once I saw the comments on it and I actually pulled up this Instagram post and saw how other people thought it was just really rude and mean and just like a really mean thing to do, I realized that me having my feelings hurt about this is actually really valid. And I'm not removing the video until they do something about it or make a statement, because like that really hurt my feelings. And they could have used a picture of literally anybody. And I understand somebody said that they saw this picture of me on Pinterest. The girl that made this video said she found this picture of me on Google, but regardless, like, you don't know who the person in the picture is. People that are models for stock images literally sign their rights away to their likeness. I don't understand why you couldn't use a stock photo of a random person that signed their rights away for their image to be used. Or like any celebrity. I'm sure that there's a celebrity out there that's a public, or any public figure. I'm sure there's plenty of those that have horrible eyebrows as well. You took a picture of me from almost 6 years ago and used that instead. I don't understand. And this makes me feel really uncomfortable and hurts my feelings. It makes me feel really small. So thanks so much, Benefit Cosmetics. Awesome work.
So instead of calling her the girl with the really far apart eyebrows, I'm just going to refer to her as her TikTok name, which is Resilient Gigi. I noticed that she was receiving a lot of comments from people saying like, well, how did they find that photo? What did she search exactly? Because she said that she found your photo over on Google. And I have to say, before I sat down to actually record this video, I did Google far apart eyebrows, and you have to scroll for a little bit, but her image is actually on Google. Now, I don't understand why that was the image that Jess decided that she was going to use in her video, because honestly, there were some much better images to use. Maybe she thought this one looked a little bit more real and it didn't look like somebody was just trying to use it for a meme. But Resilient Gigi actually responded to people that were pointing out that her image was on Google, and here's what she had to say.
I had to come step outside because I'm at work and I'm sweating, but I wanted to respond to this comment specifically because you're not wrong. Last night I reverse image searched myself and I found myself on not only Albanian, but Spanish speaking websites, German speaking websites, Ukrainian, you name it. And I can't control that. Like, they all kind of look like spam. They all look very, very like bot NPC type. And they're all using my picture, but it seems to me that they're all using the same women in the same order. And basically every one of those websites has the same or like a similar title, and it says, oh, don't end up like these guys. Here's 20 women who basically look dumb. And I don't care if a website like that uses my picture because they're not like promoting a product or anything. They're just saying that my eyebrows look like shit, which in fairness, they have an opinion and they're allowed to have that. And yeah, my eyebrows look like hot trash. And those are my brows 5 years ago when I was constantly like picking hair and like picking at my scalp, and you know, that was an anxiety thing for me. And like, yeah, like they looked really bad. Like, you're free to think that. I think that as well. Like, I definitely think I've come a long way. But the difference between those websites using that and Benefit using that is basically, the way I interpreted it was very, very like mean girl behavior in order to push a product. Like, they were using mean girl behavior for monetary benefit and monetary gain, for lack of a better word. But they basically said, hey, you know, people that have eyebrows too spaced out and they look like this bitch right here? Yeah, you don't want to look like this bitch right here because her eyebrows are spaced out. Doesn't she look dumb? Here's the product and here's how you use it so that you don't look like this dumb bitch right here. Like, that's kind of how I interpret that. And to be honest with you, I'm really happy that it was me that this happened to, and me with the mentality and the headspace that I'm in today, because if I saw that back then, oh my God, that would have been it for me. No, but seriously, like, imagine, and somebody on Instagram said it best. They said, wow, what was the point of shading that girl? Like, literally, what was the point? I don't understand. They were like, oh, you know, people like this. Like, what was the point of even inserting me into into this equation here? Like, imagine if it was any other person with really bad mental health or like really struggling with their appearance. Like, that could have been the last straw for them. Like, that's not okay. That's very, very mean. Like, that's very, very high school behavior. And to top it all off, the girl that made the video is gorgeous, but she's just like me. Like, she has very sparse, very light eyebrows. Like, your hair is very dark, but your eyebrows are light. And so you fill them in a little bit. I don't know why she couldn't just map her own eyebrows out and just, like, she did a very good explanation on her own face. What was the point of using me? You know what I mean? I'm just failing to understand, and I would really like some more clarity from this company because What's good?
So as of right now, both Benefit and Jess have removed the video in question. Benefit has not said anything publicly about this, but Jess actually did upload an apology video, and Benefit did comment underneath that, and they thanked her for speaking out, which a lot of people had issue with because they were like, why are you thanking her for speaking out and not just apologizing? And don't think that that is where people stopped with the comments back to Benefit Cosmetics. Someone said, did I miss your post addressing it? I don't see it. And then somebody else said, but why would you even repost a video that's putting someone down, even if it wasn't an ad? Another person said, maybe Benefit should reach out for helping to humiliate an innocent party. Another person said, thanking her but not apologizing or even acknowledging the girl who was bullied is so weird but okay. So I do have to applaud Jess for actually uploading a video and acknowledging the fact that she did use this random person's image off of Google, and now that person was upset. However, this video is 58 seconds, so Resilient Gigi with these like 3-minute long videos that she's been doing, Slay by Jess literally thought that an explanation was only worth 58 seconds, so there's that. So let's see what this clip is about.
Hey you guys, I just want to address the situation that's going on with Resilient Gigi. After I saw her video last night about 6, I immediately responded to her. I apologized and I immediately deleted my video and
Okay, so this is showing that she said, hi, I'm so sorry. I understand it was wrong for me to use that image of you. I will delete that video and let Benefit know to please remove it. I really apologize. Now, I can't really see all of what Resilient Gigi said because Jess's head is in the way. But basically it says, I'm sorry if I came off harsh. Literally so shocked how anyone got that photo. The original was from blank. I'm assuming that's where she said the original was from like her mom's bathroom, which she said in her video. It was really triggering. And she does appreciate the fact that Jess reached out to her and was respectful and kind. And then Jess actually followed up with her and said, I'm just letting you know I messaged Benefit just now and I'm sure they will remove it. Again, I'm so sorry and thank you for being so gracious. And then Resilient Gigi responded and said, thank you.
Benefit to also delete the video. I also want to publicly apologize to you directly. I can understand that seeing an image of you that you never intended to be online can be hurtful and distressful. I saw your TikToks and I just want you to know that your feelings are completely valid and it was wrong. It was wrong of me to use that picture without your consent. Now I just want
okay, you know what? I understand. I honestly understand the argument of somebody doesn't want to see a photo of themselves and then be mocked underneath it online. I'm sure 9 out of 10 people are not uploading images onto social media in hopes that people will go and drag them on some forum or just like have it in a video where people can mock it underneath. However, I have to be kind of on Slay by Jess's side that if she did just Google this and she found it, I don't know the reason as to why she chose Resilient Gigi's photo to begin with. I can't sit here and pretend to be like, oh, it's so upset. Oh my gosh, hold her feet to the flames. Like, oh, cancel her, cancel her, cancel her. No, she did what so many beauty gurus do when they're doing videos like this over on TikTok. They have some kind of reference photo. And if your eyebrows were that far apart, then I'm sorry, your eyebrows were that far apart and they're on Google. Nothing to be ashamed of. They look better now. Everyone had that awkward eyebrow stage.
clear up a few things that I've been seeing in the comments. Number one, where did I get the picture? I got the picture from Google. How it got on Google, that I don't know. Number two, that it was an ad. This video was actually not an ad. It was just a video that I made and I happened to use the Benefit products and Benefit.
Now, why'd she look away? Why did those eyes dart the other direction when she said that she just so happened to use the Benefit products?
I will never again use a picture of a random person, especially in a negative light in my videos. I hope you can forgive me and I hope you're doing okay.
Okay, I mean, she took accountability. She apologized for it. She had the video removed. Benefit removed the video as well. So I guess it's just up to Resilient Gigi if she's going to accept the apology or not. I mean, I don't see anything else coming from this other than the fact that now everyone knows that your eyebrows look a little bit better. Resilient Gigi, they grew back. Let's talk about a really controversial brand real quick, and that is Shein, because did you guys know that they do brand trips? Like they actually fly influencers to China to like tour their warehouses and their space. Now, I don't know if this has always been something that Shein does or if this has started after they have been called out numerous times for allegedly having like really horrendous work conditions. The fact that they allegedly don't pay their employees all that much. The fact that they are just like fast fashion and people look down on that. They've had a very problematic go ever since their start. There are so many people over on TikTok that list every single thing shady that Shein has done.
Why is Shein so bad? That is an amazing question. Let me answer it for you. To sum it all up, Shein, along with Romwe, Zaful, Forever 21, Zara, H&M, all of those companies are fast fashion. If you don't know what fast fashion is, it's when clothing companies take super cute and trendy clothing and mass produce them at an extremely low cost by using toxic chemicals. That's right. Why would they use cotton, a fabric that's good for the skin and for the environment, when they could use an extremely toxic one that will allow them to profit more? Because of the fabrics that they're using, the clothes that these companies are making don't decompose back into the earth. So cotton, for example, it takes 1 week to 5 months for cotton to, decompose, once you like donate your clothes to Goodwill and they end up in the landfills if they're not, repurchased. That's how long it would take. Linen takes 2 weeks. Denim, it takes anywhere from 10 months to a year. Wool is up to 5 years. But the brands that these companies are using are nylon, polyester, and spandex. Nylon takes 40 years. Polyester takes 20 to 200 years. 200 years for an article of clothing to break down into the world. And spandex is indefinite. Like, it's never going to break down. So it's just going to sit and pile up. Since the early 2000s, which is when fast fashion has taken over, the textile industry has become the second largest polluter in the world. Yeah. And like I said in the beginning, they're mass producing these clothes. So they're making hundreds of thousands of styles of clothing a week. And not all of these are being purchased and used. No. So they're just piling up. That's why it's the second largest polluter. Not only are the clothes bad for the environment, but the people making the clothes are being harmed and killed. Fast fashion companies hire third world countries like Bangladesh to make the clothing because it's much cheaper to hire people there than it is to hire people in the United States to make the clothing. The working conditions are absolute shit. They do not care about the people making the clothes. They have no regards for their safety. They work in these rundown factories that have collapsed in on them and has killed multiple people. Overall, Shein, fast fashion, terrible for the world. You won't catch me thrifting it.
But it appears, at least to me, that Shein is trying to like up their image and like get influencers talking about them in a positive light. They flew over an influencer on TikTok by the name of It's Danny DMC. So she is getting dragged right now because she uploaded a video over on TikTok fulfilling her brand trip duties, detailing her experience with Shein in their factory. And like she made sure to bring up like the working conditions and the propaganda that the US is like feeding people about Shein. She did a little vlog and she showed some behind the scenes over there at Shein. First thought that I had as I was watching this video was, do you really think a company that's getting accused of all these things, where imagery has been produced to like confirm these conditions, do you really think they're gonna fly a bunch of influencers over there and show you that shit? You don't think it's like a stage? You don't think it's like, oh, okay, let's get the machines out, let's make it look really innovative over here.
Shein hosted an influencers trip at their factory in China, and it's the biggest load of propaganda crap.
Excited and impressed to see the working conditions. The next day, we headed to the Shein Innovation Center. This facility blew my mind. It's over 600,000 square feet. There's so much technology, and Shein is just such a developed and complex company, and it was so beautiful to see firsthand. I was able to interview a woman that worked in the fabric cutting department, and you guys know me, she's an investigative journalist, so I asked her all of our questions, and she answered them honestly and authentically. She was very surprised at all the rumors that have been spread in the US.
I'm sorry, did this influencer just say the rumours? The fact that the garment workers are forced to work 17-hour days and their docked pay if the garment is imperfect a vicious rumour? It gets worse.
I think my biggest takeaway from this trip is to be an independent thinker, get the facts and see it with your own two eyes. There's a narrative fed to us in the US, and I'm one that always likes to be open-minded and seek the truth, so I'm grateful for that about myself, and I hope the same for you.
Just ignoring for a second the fact that this influencer has obviously been paid to say these things. I feel as if though she's almost gaslighting the viewer, because ultimately she's saying if you believe this narrative, these rumours, then you're not an independent thinker, you're just believing the rumours. It really grinds my gears, but she clearly made a bag, so.
So as I was sitting here watching back that clip, all I could think to myself was, I do not trust the influencer that is making this video. Like, she gives me the total vibe of I'm getting invited on a trip, so therefore I'm gonna pay the company back by saying the most amazing things and trying to change everyone's opinion. Oh, like it's giving like could be bought to go on a trip. Like if Tarte ever called up and said, hey, you want to go down to the island? Like you're there, right? Like, am I crazy? Like, let me know down in the comment section. Did you guys get that vibe as well? I don't want to be too harsh. It's just my opinion. Also, how do you feel about Shein and other fast fashion brands like that? Because there are so many different opinions out there. Like some people are like right down the middle, but some people are like, they're awful. Then others are like, you know what? I'm not going to be a hypocrite because I could say they're horrible, but I still shop there. That would be me. That would be me. I think these conditions are horrible, but I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I don't shop at H&M. I love H&M. These shorts that I have on right now are H&M. So moving on from that, we have to talk about Colleen Ballinger once again, because the story with her is just getting crazier and crazier as the days go on. Colleen has still not said anything on social media, and all of her friends have remained quiet. They are being very loyal to her. I don't know if maybe they're a little afraid of her. I don't know if maybe they all have dirt on each other and can be like, hey, I'm going down for this, but let's guess what you could go down for. Which, can we talk about that real quick? Because it just popped in my head that James Charles, who was someone that defended Colleen Ballinger the first go around when Adam McIntyre exposed all this shit about her, has been very silent about Colleen Ballinger this time, which I can only imagine is because, I mean, you know, like groomer supporting groomer. I mean, like you can't really like go against the code, I guess. I guarantee you that James Charles knows everything that is going on with Colleen right now. He is probably on Colleen Talk. He's looking up what everyone is saying. What's the latest tea? What's the latest drama? Because James is happy that this is happening to someone else and not to him this time around. Here's a question. Has anybody heard from Corey DeSoto? Like, where is he? Did he do anything other than just delete all of his social media? Colleen, I heard, is allegedly over there on Instagram, not saying shit, but still liking people's posts. It's like, girl, I don't know what kind of bubble you're trying to live in, but people must be working overtime on Colleen Ballinger's payroll because holy shit, right now especially. But getting back to Corey DeSoto, I wanted to talk about this voice memo that he sent into one of these group chats that had the minors inside of it. This is very creepy, and in my opinion, investigations should be made.
Hey everyone, it's Corey. I just wanted to record a voice memo because I have like a lot to say. But first of all, I just want to say that like I love all of you. Like you.
Oh, it's so cringe.
Honestly, means so much to me.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. You have no idea. I know that it sounds weird because I'm a full-grown adult, and some of
No, it sounds very weird. The fact that you said it sounds weird. I'm a fully grown adult. Yeah, you weirdo. You're literally saying this to kids. That's weird. Okay?
Or younger.
Oh my god.
Blah blah blah. But like I honestly think of all of you like as my best friends. Like I don't have friends.
Okay, and we can see why, Corey DeSoto, you don't have any friends. Because you're a creep. No, like honestly, Colleen and this Corey DeSoto guy like found each other for a reason. Like the humor is exactly the same there.
I'm a loner and I'm a loser. Like my only friend is Colleen.
Oh, see, and his only friend is Colleen. God damn. God damn.
Like, it's so comforting to like, go online and talk to you guys and feel like loved and cared about because I love and care about all of you.
Ew, not him saying that the minors comforted him. You're weird, dude.
And I trust you and like, I like, with all my friends, I vent to you and when I'm angry and I feel better and I feel comforted by you all and I hope that I can do the same for you.
Oh, not him wanting to comfort the minors. Oh my God. Scotland Yard right now.
But like this whole thing with Krista has just escalated into something really bad.
Like, I'm just confused. Is he slow? Is there like some kind of disability there that nobody is telling me about? Because that is not the way that an adult acts when it comes to minors and people under the age of 18. That's creepy. The fact that a grown-ass adult that he confirmed to everyone, he's a fully grown adult, is telling children that they comfort him. Fucking alarming. I now understand even more so why his social media has been deleted. I mean, that's probably for the best. But getting back to Colleen real quick, yeah, she still hasn't said anything on social media, but some of her friends have come out and tried to support her publicly a little bit. Now, Manny Mua and Laura Lee, you know, they have the Fool's Coverage podcast, which they said they weren't a drama channel. They used to both actually talk a lot of shit about drama channels. They still talk a lot of shit about drama channels and say that drama channels get things wrong. We don't do any research, like that kind of thing. Well, they put their foot in their mouth once again. I still just can't believe that they try to tell people that they're not a drama channel. Like, have y'all seen that like podcast? Good for them for being successful, but call it whatever. You became what you hated. They uploaded a podcast about the Colleen Ballinger and Adam McIntyre stuff and got everything completely wrong. Admitted numerous times in this podcast they did not do any research, did not watch any videos basically before they sat down to record this. It appeared to me that they really wanted people to know that they are not friends with Colleen, but they have met her in the past and they have known her in the past. I mean, let's not forget the holiday parties. Let's not forget the white elephant game that they used to play. That one year that Trisha went over the budget, there was that whole drama. Laura Lee like gave away her iPad or something. But honestly, Manny and Laura did not do themselves any favor. The podcast has now since been deleted. They took it down when the backlash got really bad, and it got bad really quick. It almost makes me wonder if they uploaded a podcast like this knowing that they were going to take it down because they wanted to drum up a little bit of drama because, you know, they just released that collaboration together with Lunar Beauty. I'm just saying stranger things have happened.
Not like, you know, good friends. I haven't spoke to her in years.
When's the last time you guys spoke?
Years ago. Strange situation. And it's like, I have collabed with Colleen. I have known Colleen. We're not like, you know, good friends. I haven't spoke to her in years.
When's the last time you guys spoke?
Years ago.
Okay.
I would say I haven't spoke to Colleen in years, actively years. So for me, people tag me in things and they're like, oh, you're bestie Colleen. I'm like, babe, I haven't talked to Colleen in years. Like, we're not close. I do care about her as a person, you know, on a human level. You know, I hope that she's doing okay. And in this situation, like, I do feel like because she has spoken about it and she's apologized for it, I'm just confused as to why it's been brought back up.
It's like the same situation.
When it's the same situation.
Like, are there new developments in it?
I think there's like more people have come out like to talk about those messages.
Got it.
I think that maybe back in the day, Adam was getting shit on for it.
That's what I didn't understand. Now, why was Adam getting shit for it whenever he had shown?
And he shared what had happened.
I don't know what all was said between him and her and Adam.
Me neither. No, he was just basically saying like, you know what? This was inappropriate. This relationship in general was inappropriate. It's not cool. He spoke his piece. And I think a lot of people were not on his side about it.
Got it.
That was the situation. And now that there's more people coming to light about it, a lot of people are like, I'm apologizing to Adam. You know, Adam like deserves more.
Okay.
And so I understand, like, on Adam's side of it too, I'm like, dude, like, that is weird.
Yeah.
I just really don't understand the tiptoeing around the situation. Manny sounded like he was like really trying to overthink in his head the next thing that was going to come out of his mouth. Laura literally sat there as well and said that she didn't know the stuff that originally was said as well. So it's like, why are you guys even trying to have a conversation about this? Is the conversation back and forth going to be like, well, I didn't hear what was said. Well, yeah, I didn't hear what was said either. But I knew Colleen back in the day. Okay, that's nice. How difficult is it to just come out and say those messages and the fact that an adult was in group conversations with minors is extremely inappropriate. It's disgusting, and you do not stand with that behavior at all. It's not difficult to talk out about it and let everyone know that's a really up, disgusting thing to do. Like, why are we tiptoeing? Are we tiptoeing because if Colleen somehow manages to like skate out of this, then you don't want to have the wrath of her? We all saw that clip of Shane Dawson when he went on Hey Queen and he was like, yeah, she's actually one of the biggest bitches out there. Like, she has all the dirt on everyone. It's starting to look more and more like Shane Dawson was telling the truth on that, because how many lips are so silent right now? I saw that Joey Graceffa was allegedly trying to copyright Adam McIntyre's video or his live stream or something. It's just crazy to me how difficult it is for these influencers to speak out and just say that that kind of behavior is a no-go. Like, that's like a line in the sand. Do not cross over it at all. Like, disgusting. It's not difficult to say. It's not. And I hope that a lot of people's eyes are being open to the ones that are friends with her and are keeping their mouth shut. It's just crazy to me like how silent it is from Colleen Ballinger's side of everything. I don't know if her shows have been canceled or if she's still going on stage and doing her meet and greets, but this is not something that's going to go away. And honestly, Trisha needs to cancel that podcast that she has with Colleen. I did not understand that podcast from jump. That did not seem like a fit that would work out in the long run. And honestly, I think that Trisha should just take this as a sign right now and kick Colleen to the curb, literally, because if it ever came down to it and Trisha and Colleen had a falling out on that podcast, I guarantee you that shit would be so messy. The things that would be said about Colleen, but not even just from like Trisha saying stuff. I'm talking about from Colleen, because if Colleen is really the way that Shane Dawson said in that Hey Queen clip, which is the exact same way that a few other people have said that Colleen is as well, then oh my God. In my opinion, the best thing for Trisha to do when it comes to a podcast is have her as the main host and then just circulate through people, a different person every single week. If the audience really likes someone, bring them back again and just have them like rotating like that. Because her sitting down on a schedule with just one person all the time, I don't care if they're playing dress up, there is going to end up being some tension there. Trisha is going to have to address this. I know this situation has nothing to do with her podcast that I know of. I know there might be someone in the comments that's like, actually it does for this reason, but this podcast cannot continue where they just sit down and go on about their business without this being addressed. So the podcast is just dead in the water, if you ask me. And do you know another reason as to why I hope that Trisha speaks out about what Colleen did in that? Because one, it's very predatory behavior, and Trisha has spoken out about that in the past. She's also been very vocal in the past about influencers who are accused of grooming their audience. But the reason that I'm getting at is that Trisha is now a mom, so it just has to hit different when you hear about this kind of thing happening. This is literally an adult in a group chat with minors. What the is going on with all these Discord servers with these influencers? They're having these parasocial relationships and then they wonder why they get into so much drama. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. And with that said, everyone, that is it for my video. I hope that you did enjoy it. I hope that you enjoyed this setup. This couch though, like sitting here like this for so long, my lower back is going through it right now. So I'm going to end this video. Please leave just some random emoji down below and I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye.